In the opening of WALL-E, we find out what happened to Earth, how the planet became uninhabitable, and how humans had to flee it to continue their life somewhere else in the cosmos. By and large, being the corporate monopoly that was the main cause for this global catastrophe had to find a way to clean up the mess that they made. WALL-E's, or Waste Allocation Load Lifter Earth-class robots, were sent out all over the world to clean up this mess, stacking garbage as high as skyscrapers. But we start the story with WALL-E being the only robot continuing this work and cleaning up the planet. And why is that? And where are all the other robots? First, we have to understand that WALL-E is old, like really old. What we learn on the by and large spaceship is that this lifeboat for the humans has gone through 6 generations of captains, revealing to us that at least 670 years has passed since the last humans lived on Earth. So WALL-E's been at his job for quite a while. His entire exterior is rusty and looks really worn out and used. In fact, when watching him on screen, he just looks like he's gonna fall apart, and WALL-E somehow worked until all of the other robots wore down and broke. And how is it that he somehow surpassed all of the other WALL-Es? I think that an electrical shock is the one thing that made WALL-E sentient. At one point during his 600 plus years on Earth, he must have been miraculously struck by lightning when stacking trash. We see WALL-E get struck by lightning twice while holding 2 different umbrellas over Eve's head during a thunderstorm, and WALL-E seems unfazed from this and just kind of gets shocked and is in moderate pain, not really adding anything to his character as he is already sentient. I believe the scene was put in here to simply introduce us to the idea that getting struck by lightning is a big possibility for what caused his awakening. Because of this jolt of electricity, WALL-E became sentient, as well as extremely creative. He became curious and goofed around. He designed his own home, which was created from his birthplace, as his home was a vehicle that was used to distribute the Waste Allocation Load Lifter Earth-class robots across the city. His new sentient behavior gave him the instinct to salvage things and collect materials. He was able to ingeniously decorate and organize his home, as well as fix things that were broken. Towards the end of the film, WALL-E goes back into default mode, which takes away his sentient behavior. At this point, WALL-E is exactly how he was when he first started out. This version of WALL-E is only capable of packing things up, compressing those things into cubes, and then stacking them, just like every other WALL-E robot that was with him in the past. Explaining why the other robots died out, WALL-E could fix himself since he became aware. Earlier in the film, he drives past a broken WALL-E and knows that he could use new treads, so he takes parts from other WALL-Es to better sustain himself. And when Eve is fixing him at the end of the film, she is grabbing tools and parts of other out-of-service robots to repair WALL-E. All of this stuff, WALL-E had the ability to collect and store in his own home over time, so he wouldn't shut down like his peers. Going back to WALL-E being stuck in default mode at the end, when Eve leans in and gives WALL-E an electrical shock, it was the same kind of shock of electricity that was needed to wake him up in the first place. The other robots never had these abilities to collect, create, and survive like WALL-E did, and that's why he was the only one left. So that was my theory on why I think WALL-E is the last remaining robot on Earth. This video was made in celebration of the 10th anniversary of WALL-E. I loved making this video because WALL-E is my favorite Pixar film out there, since it combines 3 of my favorite things: sentient robots, space exploration, and 2001: A Space Odyssey references. So if you guys love sci-fi and enjoy other Pixar analysis, please subscribe to support this channel, and I will see you guys in my next sci-fi analysis.